I'd love to welcome you to Surviving the Aftermath, Paradox's brand new addition to the Surviving series. First they were surviving Mars, now they're surviving the Aftermath. Who knows what will happen next? All right, surviving dating is what they should do. They should make a dating sim, like a really in-depth dating sim. We're gonna quickly change a couple audio settings. The music, as always, is on freaking point with these games. Is that click too loud? The clicks feels too loud. There we go. That's a little better. It is a strange yet beautiful combination of games like Banished, Surviving Mars, and Frostpunk, which are all amazing colony management games of their own right. New Paradox game early access, baby. It's available on the Epic Game Store only during its early access, should be for about a day. Surviving the Aftermath. I'm not gonna call it the spiritual successor to Surviving Mars because it is the actual successor. Same company, same idea, you know, surviving, but it's the Aftermath. It is a post-nuclear apocalyptic time. Dude, I know you love I said Paradox. Paradox makes a good game. By the way, I got my hairs cut and I cut my face off, so we lost 10 years of our life and 10 years of our wisdom. Okay, so this is all I know about the game. Frostpunk, Banished, Surviving Mars, and then kind of an interesting combination of those three and other things as we will kind of explore. We're going to do a new game. We're going to go no to the tutorial, and I'll kind of show you guys why later. Okay? My understanding of this game is that it is very, in its current state, its current early access state, it is very difficult. And even playing on the easiest difficulty, you're still going to have difficulties and challenges. It's going to be a hard game. So, we're going to be playing on pretty much the easiest difficulties to learn the game, because basically easy on this game just is harder. And just like how up in the top right here, top right by the way, just in the top right, how choosing different starting scenarios increases the difficulty, similar to how Surviving Mars has it. In fact, the UI is actually very similar to Surviving Mars, just different font, different art style, that kind of stuff. So basically, there are only so first is the environment, catastrophes, resources, yada yada yada. We have to go through all these and kind of set up our beginning scenario. Okay, there are only a few who remember the spark that started it all. A chain reaction of global catastrophes wiped out most of the planet's population and made people turn against each other. Those who are left must now survive the aftermath. This post-apocalyptic world, okay? We can choose one out of three. Cities are demolished, but nature prevailed. So the temperature is going to be... It's going to be temperate and humid, which is good for growth. Fertile soil is 40%. The world is desolate and unforgiving. Average temperature and humidity, you know, and basically it just increases the difficulty of just the map itself. We're going to go for the demolished but nature prevailed, which will allow us to be able to have some fertile soil here. Okay, difficulty 6%. Catastrophes. In the wake of the events, resulting extreme weather conditions and other calamities became a normal part of everyday life. So basically we can do occasional catastrophes, contamination level 20%. Excuse me, 60%? Okay. So also another thing that I understand is that even the occasional catastrophe happens all the time. Like, you're constantly dealing with stuff. I've only done a little bit of homework on this just to make sure I was a little bit informed. But basically, even on the easy difficulty, it's still so hard. Resources, everyone has a breaking point. Eventually, it is not enough just to survive through the day. People need hope, and there finally is some. It has been a long road to get here, but that which was before can now be left in the past. So plentiful starting resources, kind of like Frostpunk, how there's kind of like piles of resources. You have to like set collection zones. Very similar to that. And then just goes down on how many starting resources you have, which is fine. Survivors, you know, the people around you are the thin red line, which keeps the group alive. They are far from perfect, but everyone has made it this far. you can trust them with your life, and they trust you with theirs. Basically, it's just they have different titles, but really the difficulty goes up just by basically giving you less workers, right? Challenge. The survivors will face challenges both large and small, some caused by bandits, others because of their own actions. There are also other societies in the world that won't hesitate to strike back if you look at them the wrong way. So basically, exploration can be easy, hard, or impossible. You can have scattered bandits, organized bandits, or plenty of bandits. So basically, you know, it makes sense. It's just kind of slowly increasing the difficulty here. Gatekeeper. Life is unfair, but sometimes it feels like you are not alone. Whether it is an invisible guardian, just pure fate, but it sure feels like someone is watching over us. Okay, so the path is challenging, but worth the risk. It's a tough road to walk, but never unfair. Suffer or success. This sounds like something we would do. Chaotic. Architect, lenient, and helpful. We're learning the game. All right, we're gonna go. We're gonna go for perps. That royal purple. All right. Do we go for the platypus? Excuse me. Ooh, that's definitely our speed right there. What if we did? Nah, we're doing perps. We're doing perps with the anvil, baby. Skabbard. For those who don't know, as one of my many hobbies I have, I do a little bit of casual blacksmithing. So the flaming forge, by forge I mean the anvil that's on fire. Kind of cool. I'll take it. Visuals. Colony name. What do we name it? Just Tom Selleck with a C. Tom Selleck. Okay? That's the name of our colony, is Tom Selleck. Colony motto: under the shade, we flourish. In this family, we bop. That is our motto. In this family, we bop. Scab, what does that mean? Scab, what does that even mean? I don't even know. It's provocative. I think that's it, right? Difficulty 33%. Now, my understanding is even, again, I keep saying this. No tutorial, temperate, occasional catastrophes, plentiful resources, 8 dudes, 4 children's. It's easy mode. It's easy across the board. 100%. We're gonna start the game. Dunk-a-dunk. By the way, did that ever... Excuse me. Excuse me. Announce, please? I'd like to thank you all for joining us today. It's always a nervous time checking out a different game, a new game than what people are used to. Pause the game. Okay? If you guys have ever played Banished, look at this. This is just like Banished. Alright? Simple controls, WASD, EQ to rotate, middle mouse button to also rotate. You can change the angle. There's multiple different aspects to this. Okay, there's loose resources everywhere that people can grab and bring back. This is the map that we're playing on. Okay, there's 3 different types of soil. Okay, I'm just giving you guys like an overview of what's going on here. 3 different types of soil. There's fertile soil, normal soil, and barren. Okay, things don't grow in barren. Things will grow just fine in normal. Excuse me, something went wrong with the announcement. Excuse me, we gotta let the people know. I guess we're gonna announce it in general chat. I tried to announce it in the proper thing, but we can't do it. Okay? So we have resources like plastic, planks, concrete, berries. Nuclear waste is something that we can't really do much with right now, but in the future we'll be able to do stuff with. Concrete ruin. So just like Banished, We're doing that simple top-down kind of that same feel. The icons kind of feel the same. The art. So this art style. I'm curious of your guys' opinion on it. But it's not something. When I think of a Paradox game, it's not something that I'm used to, and I don't know if it's gonna change as we go. But it's supposed to be that rugged kind of stuff here. And the very top here is just the info, right? It's gonna have our average happiness, our colonists. We have carriers and workers. Now, similar to Banished, you have people that have specific tasks, and then you have like a general worker populace, or laborers, I guess is what they called them. And this one they're called carriers. Their job is just to kind of keep things stocked and to kind of work on just kind of like the random stuff, while there are workers that the workers are doing a specific job. Does that make sense? Great, fantastic. Menu, radio station, statistics, specialty, build menu. Here we go. So we have what? How many people do we have? 12? We need to build tents, take care of 2 people. Emergency shelters take care of 6 people. Interesting. Temporary shelter for several colonists, cheap to build, but very vulnerable to catastrophes. Does not give protection against radiation. Colonists are less likely to reproduce in cramped up shelters like this. Heyo. This flimsy shelter is a cheap, short-term emergency solution, provides no protection against radiation, is easily destroyed by catastrophes. Okay, at the very beginning, our goal should be to build a couple emergency shelters. We've got wood, plastic, concrete, and metal. Those are kind of our 3 main building stuff here. So let's just look at this. We've got roads, simple dirt roads. We got some buildings, some level. We got stockpiles here. There's you can stockpile all sorts of stuff. Food storage. Planks, concrete, small deposits using building work area. Wait, do you... Oh! So the stockpiles you use as like, imagine you're playing Frostpunk and you build a gathering post. This is basically a gathering post right here, is what I'm seeing. So we can't build... Okay, we have to have a stockpile. We can't build on nuclear waste. And so we kind of have to be wary about that. And I'm a little bit nervous about using our... We have quite a bit of fertile land. The fertile land's going to be used for like crops and stuff. So let's just very quickly get a couple of very basic things started. What does the warehouse do? Stores refined resources like valuable, such as tools, clothing, meds, and so on. Stores food. Okay. And then you use the food stores to collect food. Okay, that's pretty cool. Let's do this. Rotate with R. Yeah. Okay, let's do this. So let's build our very first... We just want to get this place done. Build that here. We'll get a few berries. This has 10 berries. Move food storage work area here to gather. Okay, so there's a food storage work area. Let's do a stockpile. Let's just start out by gathering... We want to get 2 in here, but because this strange thing is here, we're gonna have to build it like right here to get these 2, because we can't build it here. Just build it here. That's honestly fine. We'll just gather those 2 and then we'll move on. So what are we gathering here? Concrete and wood. Is there metal? There's plastic. We're gonna have to build 2 of these. Actually, there's metal right here. Okay, so actually, you know what? Cancel this one. What we're going to do is we're going to build 2, specifically in a place where we will gather wood and plastic. Oh, wait, no, plastic we can't gather here, nor can we gather metal from here. Oh, never mind, this just gets wood and concrete is all this does. Okay, that's cool, that's cool. Okay, so this will actually net us some wood and concrete, so we'll build that there. And we'll end up building one over here, but let's just kind of get things moving here, ever so slowly. Oh, dude, this game is awesome. I watched IGV play this, and I thought this was right up your alley. Dude, I love Paradox games, man. Paradox games are good times. Okay, so while they're building that, let's actually look at our other stuff. We've got, like, a trapper. Hunts game from the forest and provides some medicine to hungry colonists. Overlapping work areas of 2 trappers. Okay, so basically, it works in a geographic area. It doesn't have to be in the woods, but basically, it's just a way to get food, right? And we also have a fishing hut and a small field. Grows food slowly but in large quantities. Catches local fish for food. Hunts game in forest. So this takes concrete, this takes plastic. Let's actually use less plastic. Let's actually put a fishing hut down. Let's put it down right here. Fantastic. We'll get roads built here as soon as we start getting these buildings built. But I want to get just kind of some basics done. We need food. We have 75 food right now, but have we got hit by a meteor shower yet? Oh, dude, we just started, brother. Still haven't played the good ones yet. Have you played CK2 or EU4? I have not played either of those, my friends. Okay, we need water as well. As we build these buildings, they require water, right? So we're producing 12 and we're consuming 12, I think. We have a little bit of water storage, I suppose. What is this? This is a food storage. This building here actually... Oh, it's a bunker. Oh, okay. It has some stuff in it. Jerky, potatoes, berries, clothes, tools. The tools, basically, the entire purpose of tools is just to... all we're trying to do is... Just like how if you put multiple fisheries next to each other, it'll diminish their returns. You have to also put these kind of far away from each other as well. Anything that has a circle like this, that's a resource producer, you kind of have to be careful with that. So we're going to get water, food, and our basic gathering of stuff. Okay, now there's a couple things. What is this? Okay. Scrappers. Scavenges metal and junk from metal deposits. Okay, for example, we got a metal deposit here. So our goal is to build the scrapper. We're going to build it like that with the road coming here. I'm going to try to get a road traveling like through it, but I don't want to build too much like right in the center because this is our fertile land here. So I'm going to actually build it just outside the fertile land here, but not too far away to make it easy to get to. What's that going to take to build? Some wood and concrete. And we're actually about to be out of our resources here. And then cuts down trees from special work areas and saws them into plants. And the forester grows saplings and plants them in the specified work area. Trees are an important raw material that are used to create plants and firewood. The growth time of sapling, a full-grown tree depends on the soil type. Ooh, here we go. So basically, let's say you put a sawmill, and then you also put a forester, like right next to each other. They would cut down and grow trees in the respectable, in the same area here. I'm pumped about this. Okay, what is this thing? It's just a pond deal. Okay, so our fishing hut's now done. We have one person working here. There's all sorts of stuff we have to worry about later, like more complex stuff like fiber, parts, components, electronics, fun box. What the heck is that? It's a building material. Is my voice falling low? I'll turn it up. Yo, maybe it's just because I'm not yelling. Super card? Wait, what is a lechuga? I don't know what that is either, my friend. Okay, let's actually build a recycler, because recyclers turn plastic into stuff, right? So, we'll put it right next to it. Let's build some basic roads here. Yeah, then they have access there. And then this road will send... here. Yeah, we'll do that. Why not? Some basic roads. I'm trying not to take up much of this fertile area if I can muster it. It's a joke from a stupid movie. A dumb joke I regret. Good, as you should. Okay, so this guy is basically going to, over time, slowly gather this metal scrap, right? And then they also turn metal scrap into two different things. They turn 4 metal scrap into 3 metal that's usable, and then into, I believe it's junk. And the junk can eventually, in the future, get turned into parts and other stuff. Cool, cool. Okay, we need also homes for these guys. I'm going to build our homes... like right up here. Why not? Oh my word, it's huge! Let's actually build it right here. We need 3 of them, right? And what does it cost? 10 plastic apiece? Sorry, I was just a little bit too close to the road. I wanted to give it uneven terrain. That's fine. Okay. These hold 6 apiece. So these 2 will actually take care of it. Fantastic. Okay, there's also... We also want to get this thing built right here. The Gate Ruins. So the Gate Ruins... Where's that at? The Gate. The most iconic site of every post-apocalyptic colony is its gate. Is a place where people's fates are decided, a thin line between life and death with those who get in and who are left out. The first gate is a landmark visible from far away. It will attract both goodwill survivors and those who take what they want to survive. Okay, so the gate is actually, once this thing eventually gets built, this thing will need to, this gate right here is going to allow us access to the map, which I don't think I have access to. Yeah, here we go. So this world map, we're going to be able to actually, like, explore around, but we need to have the gate open first. We do have a farm that we can go gather some materials from if we really need to in a distance, but we need to have a specialist, is my understanding. So we just need to get a few things going here. So these guys are hopefully in the middle of gathering planks. Yep, the planks are getting gathered. The concrete's getting gathered. We're actually almost done with this stockpile here. So let's actually get another stockpile built. Just to kind of get things started. Those are already being gathered. So I'll put one here. And we'll put one with cement. There's cement right here. So then we'll put cement here. Okay, so we've got one gathering wood, one gathering cement. We've got a guy gathering metal, and then pretty soon we're going to have a guy gathering plastic.